Okay, so for those of you who weren't able to come along to the Zoom class that I taught at midday today, I'm going to go through some of the exercises that we did during the class so that you can have this recording and refer to it at any time should you need to do some exercises for your upper back and shoulders. So the first exercise that I'm going to cover is the cat-cow exercise. So you're going to come into a kneeling position here. And then what we are going to do is we're going to initiate the movement by tucking the hips underneath and pulling the shoulders up towards the ceiling. And as we do so, I'm going to tuck my chin towards my chest. And then I'm going to tilt my pelvis forward, pull my shoulders back and look up towards the ceiling. So I'm going to initiate the movement again by tucking my pelvis under, pulling my spine up towards the ceiling, and then gently tilting forward and bringing my gaze up towards the ceiling. So that exercise, you can perform 10 repetitions for each position. Then I'm going to work on the rotation in my upper back. I'm going to bring my hands towards my temple, and I'm going to reach through towards my opposite arm and then rotate back up. So I'm going to come towards my opposite arm and rotate back up. So I'm looking to keep my hips as still as I can. And again, do as many repetitions as you like. I would recommend maybe 8 to 10 repetitions or so per side. And the next exercise, we're going to reach up towards the ceiling now, extending the arm, look towards the fingertips, and reach the arm through towards the opposite leg. We're then going to come into a lying position with the knees bent. And we're going to bring the upper arms, onto the floor with the arms at a 90-degree position. We're then going to rotate one at a time, bringing the arm back into an externally rotated position and then come back up to 90 degrees. Look side to side to make sure that you're doing the exercise right. Don't worry if you can't get your forearm all the way to the floor, that's absolutely fine. Just try and keep the upper arm as still as you can. Then you're going to do both shoulders at the same time. And again, I'm really trying hard not to bring my wrists into extension, okay? Because that will stop you from going as far as you can. So try and keep the palms, keep the wrists in a neutral position. And then to advance that further, we're now going to bring the arm back. So bringing that forearm back, and then we're going to try and slide up and then slide back down. I'm pressing my lower back, my shoulder blades, and my upper arm and forearms into the floor as I slide up. Don't worry if the fingertips don't touch. That's absolutely fine. We're looking to just try and press everything down as we slide up and then come back down to that original position. So now that we know what this externally rotated position feels like and looks like, if we look side to side, we're now going to turn onto our front. So lying onto your front, you're going to keep your legs straight and your heels together. Try and squeeze your glutes if you can during this exercise, and try and tuck your hips under a little bit if you can. Try to engage your middle. So we're going to bring the arms back into that 90-degree position. Make sure that you look side to side to make sure that the elbows are in line with the shoulders. And then we're going to raise our arms away from the floor. I'm keeping my chest on the mat, and I'm looking straight down at the mat, and I'm trying to lift, maintaining that 90-degree position, and then coming back down towards the floor to relax. Lifting again, I'm looking side to side, making sure that I'm in the right position, and I'm trying to keep my elbows tucked under, so the aim is to try and get the forearms as high as you can. So you can see here, I'm really struggling on this right side because I'm trying to lift my wrist into extension, thinking that it's going to help with the rotation, but you've got to feel it from the shoulder. And then from this position here, we're now going to press overhead and fully extend up as much as you can, stretching out fingertips, and then control it back to that 90-degree position, and then return back to the floor. Okay? And then the last exercise, lying onto your front, making sure that you have room for the arms either side of you. We're going to squeeze the shoulder blades together, and then we're going to try and rotate round, bring the right arm onto the lower back and the left arm onto the back of your head. Then bringing the arms back to the side, level at shoulder height. Fully extend the arms, try and squeeze the shoulder blades together, and then alternate sides. Don't worry if you can't get your hands all the way onto the back of your head or lower back. If you can have a relax here if you like to. Pause momentarily and then try and lift those elbows again. And then come back out to the side. For the exercises that I've just shown where you're lying onto your front, you want to aim to do about 10 repetitions in total of each of the exercises. So 10 repetitions, raising the arms here and then back down. 10 repetitions, lifting and pressing overhead. And then 10 repetitions, reaching the arm round and then straightening and then reaching round. And to finish off, we're now going to do a side lying windmill exercise. You're going to lie onto your side with your knees in line with the hips. My lower arm is going to be on the floor, fully extended, and my top arm is going to be placed on top of that lower arm. I'm then going to reach up, and as I do so, when my arm comes past my ear, I'm going to push down through the arm on the floor in order to see if I can then rotate, try and get my upper back towards the floor behind me. And then if I had the room, I would keep my arms straight and rotate all the way around, but I don't, so I'm going to just bring my arm down towards my hip. As I reach my hip with that arm, I'm then going to reach forward towards the floor in front of the lower hand. Reaching back up, push down through this arm, reaching round all the way down past the hip and reach through. Again, you can do 10 repetitions on each side for that exercise. Okay, so hopefully these exercises will help those of you who haven't been able to join the class today. If you have any questions following watching this recording, then please do get in contact with us at the Surrey Massage Clinic. We're on Instagram and on Facebook. You can send messages via those two platforms, or you can contact me, Jennifer_Ireland27 at hotmail.co.uk. Thanks.